Welcome to the Bros Before Elbows podcasts with your hosts Anthony
and Tommy Masano,
bringing you the rumors, the recaps, the predictions, our classic banter, and so much more on this episode 16 or 17?
16.0. I counted the Portland interview as a separate standalone episode, like the pilot and like the WrestleMania 30 special.
God.
I mean, it could be arguing, like I'm sure like historians will argue years from now how many Bros Before Elbows episodes there actually are, but right now we're going with 16.
16 episodes of the Bros Before Elbows podcast. All you fellow elbow droppers.
It's our Sweet 16 party.
It really is, actually. Thank you for sticking around.
Yeah, you made it all the way to 16. We're getting ready to drive. We're in a nice suit. We're gonna eat some pizza.
Ooh, get some pizza, get some tokens, maybe play some laser tag. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It could get out of hand. Wait, what are you doing? Are you ripping up your hamburger plate? What are you opening up right there?
No, I finished my hamburger hot dish. I was just ripping off the.
Oh my god! What a great start for our 60. This is our losing our virginity, our podcast virginity, because we're sneezing all of our date at prom, and we're opening up. What are you opening up?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean that. No, I was ripping off the page to my my notes here, my notes section.
It's on a binder paper.
I use a notebook. I like pen and paper, you know?
Yeah,
I'm weird like that. And believe me, dude, the technology's great, don't get me wrong, but I've formulated a system where if I have a notepad, and if I jot down ideas, I can get the pen and paper ideas, like the pen to paper ideas down, and then from there, you know, I can then translate it into a computer. I know I'm a terrible person and I live in Oregon and I'm wasting paper, but you know what? The paper was already
tree killer, man.
It was already manufactured, okay? But that's not the best argument for why I'm doing it, but it's because I still have no paper and I just like the feeling of pen to paper, so you suck it, tree huggers, to that extreme.
Oh, this is Anthony Masano's heel turn after he aligned himself with the hippies for the first 15 episodes of Bros Before Elbows.
You know what, hippies? I'm coming to use my notepad.
Oh, what a horrible gimmick. Oh, man.
I'm not using the compost bin. Screw you guys.
You're not going to recycle either?
No, you have to recycle out here.
He's like the law?
No, it's just...
You don't have to, not if you're a heel, dude.
Well, the garbage bin is a lot smaller.
Oh, is it? They do that on purpose? Force you to recycle?
They kind of corner you into recycling.
Oh, okay. So the hippies aren't nice. They're cornering people into things.
It's a vicious cycle. Oh, man. Crazy. But hey, this episode, this 16, is brought to you by the forefathers of Portland Wrestling. So check out their Facebook page, Matthew Murr's Facebook page, and it should be under Portland Wrestling. You'll find it on Facebook, and I think he's actually on Twitter again. So we will find out his handle and have you guys follow him. I believe he is. I think. He is.
Yeah, he's back on. Even though he broke the news that he's getting off, a week later he's back on. He's tweeting again.
Nice. Check it out. Hey, we actually got a question. I know we do the question of the day, but we did get a question from a follower. What, did this come from Twitter, or where did this come from?
It came from Twitter, so it was one of our Twitter friends, Bros Before Elbow, longtime fellow elbow dropper, Cage Side Seats commentator and author. You may know him as Doors Hate MMA Fighters on CageSideSeats.com, or you're on Twitter at CageSide Doors. He tweeted us a question. So are we doing this question before the question of the day, or are we going back-to-back questions, bang bang, or what are we doing here?
Let's ask our question first. Let that simmer, and then we'll get to the Cage Side question.
Great. Okay, so the question of the day for Bros Before Elbow 16.0. 6 months from now, who's going to be the biggest guy on the roster, and who's going to be the guy who's back on NXT or even worse, fired from the company. So think about that. We'll answer that at the back end of the show.
Ooh.
Yes, it's intriguing. Yeah, an NXT-themed question. So, and
right. So the choices for this question: Bo Dallas, Adam Rose, Alexander Rusev.
Yeah, it's a three card Monty. Someone's gonna go up, someone's gonna go down, and maybe someone just goes in the middle and just lives a life under the radar.
All right.
But yeah, something to chew on, think about, meander in your mind.
Let it marinate. Let
Yeah,
that
marinate.
question marinate in your brain.
Yeah, put that on the grill, let it marinate for a little bit. But first, a question from our friend Doris. Hate MMA fighters on CageSideSeats.com and at Cageside Doors on Twitter. Go follow him if you get a chance. He asks for a WWE Payback. What matches are you most looking forward to? Anthony, what match are you most looking forward to on the card that's on that pretty little outline that got made up on the computer?
The technology is wonderful. You could have mailed me something.
I was gonna send something by carrier pigeon, but I don't think it was gonna make it up to Portland in time.
Send it by owl.
So,
By raven. No, man. There's actually 2 matches I'm looking forward to. I am looking forward to Sheamus versus Cesaro.
oh, dude, Hoss fight, man. Those 2 big brutes just gonna slug it out.
Ooh, for a couple of different reasons, but also because it still has me intrigued. Cena versus Wyatt.
Oh man, still on that train. Still on that.
I'm on that
two
train.
weeks later.
I'm a diehard, man. I don't stray too far from the tree, you know.
The tree of buzzards. Oh yeah, my two that jumped off the page for me was Paige versus Alicia Fox, because I think Alicia Fox is getting a big push right now. She's a great worker, and they're adding some character to that. So I'm seeing if they're gonna go full Alicia Fox or is Paige gonna retain the title. So I'm kind of intrigued by that because I think it could be a coin flip. And the other one is as the main event, just a bit to be different. The Shield versus Evolution. Evolution's last stand, last hurrah. Are they gonna get one on the Shield? They lost at Extreme Rules. Are they gonna be able to get back their win, or is the Shield gonna go over them again and get even higher into the stratosphere in the WWE? So that's totally intrigues me, and that's the main event. So those 2 ones stick out of my head.
I like how the Alicia Fox and Paige is really like there's excitement behind this.
Yeah, it's questions too. It's not like a devious throwaway match that they don't even talk about. Like they announced it, they booked it, they put it on their website, and they're going through with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that gives me hope, and they're good workers too. They have good chemistry in the ring. They wrestled a couple times on SmackDown and Raw, and I think even main event. So
I can't say that I've really seen a whole lot of Alicia Fox except for what I have seen, which is like, I don't know, kind of few and far between. It almost seems like it's like a month. Like I'll see her like once a month.
Yeah,
maybe. You know.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks, last 3 or 4 weeks, she's been on more consistently in her in-ring work, because I know she was down in NXT for a while because she was on the main roster, and then she went away for like a couple months, or maybe in 6 or 7 months, and she came back up from NXT, and now that she's getting a chance in the ring and getting her own storyline, and she's pretty damn good worker. I'm impressed.
Nice. Heck yeah. Hey, that's a positive step in the right direction for the women's division. Good. Some change. The wheels of change are moving. The pistons are moving and creating the energy.
I love when they've ended the wheel. That was a great moment in history.
Ah, yes. The first rule of thermodynamics.
Other question from Mr. Cageside Doors on Twitter, and Doors Hate MMA Fighters on CageSideSeat.com. Do you think any titles will change hands at WWE Payback this Sunday, only on pay-per-view and the WWE Network?
And that brings me to my first thing that I was going to be excited for, is the Sheamus versus Cesaro. I'm saying that Cesaro takes the title.
Wow, dude, that'd be such a short reign for Sheamus.
But you know what? It could stir up a lot of good, like, a good quick beef to where it's like, hey, I just had this belt. I'm getting that back. Like, that's kind of a quick way to kind of give prestige to that title. You know, if you have 2 cool guys kind of battling, duking it out for it, not just putting it on a dude and having him hold it forever like we saw with Dean Ambrose, but actually making it like a, hey, I want that. I want to carry that title. Almost like a TV title if you're defending it all the time. You know?
That was so cool with WCW and the TV title. Used to defend it every week. There was like a 15-minute time limit, and if it went to draw. If you won, you won. It was cool. That was, you could always depend on that.
And I've said that before on some of our shows too. Like that's how you're gonna build. That's how you're gonna build a good like following behind that title. Change hands often, you know. I don't know. I think it should be realized at this point that holding on to a title for a super long time, like, I don't think is as lucrative to as big of a roster that you've got.
Yeah, there's so many people who could go in and out, and deserves a little spotlight, a little shoot up, a little shoot down. That it's hard to stick one, especially like with the secondary titles like Intercontinental and U.S. titles. Those should be like changing hands more often. I agree 100%.
That's what I think. I mean, to tell you the truth, and it's kind of sad, like for a while, I was really like gung-ho about the IC title, but I'm not too excited for this Barrett versus RVD match.
Yeah, not a lot of sizzle to the steak in this match. It's probably my least favorite. There's 4 title matches. There's Intercontinental, the Divas one we talked about, the tag championships, Usos versus Wyatts, and then the US title you said Cesaro versus Sheamus. And I think I'm gonna go with the Usos and Wyatts. I think the Wyatts are gonna get a win, and they're gonna hold the titles over the Usos. I think I'm calling up. I don't know if it's even an upset at this point, but that would be pretty cool. A visual of having the Sheep Mask, Eric Rowan, and Luke Harper holding belts come Sunday night, and that's gonna be before the John Cena versus Bray Wyatt match. So bring some momentum. Let those guys carry on the copper penny belts for a little bit, and I think that'd be a good title change. The Usos had a good run, and maybe they can have a extended feud with the Wyatt families for the belts. But I think it'd be a good move by the WWE if the Wyatt's family, Luke and Eric, took the titles from the Usos on Sunday. So that's my pick for a title change.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I could see that playing out. I hope it does.
Yeah.
I would definitely be behind that, man. Why not? Because then that really does. That screws with John Cena's mind even more. That just gives more power to the Wyatts. That gives more power to the Buzzards.
Oh, so
they
good.
Need that, dude. They need that. And plus, that doesn't make... Really, that makes Luke and Rowan look really strong, too. Obviously, putting belts on him is going to make them look strong. But booking them against the Usos, and if they do win in a good match, a good storytelling match, then heck yeah, man. That's going to give so much momentum to the Wyatt family. That's huge.
Yeah, that could be really cool. All right, so let's go into the Raw recap. We'll come back around after the intermission, and we'll give our picks for WWE Payback for all 6 or 7 matches. We'll give official picks that we're going to write in a stone, and you can put them on top of a mountain because they're going to be rock solid picks. But
Dang
Raw.
right.
Raw on Monday. Did you check it out? Did you get any videos? What's going on with that?
What I did see was there was a contract signing, right?
Yes, that was the main event. Yeah.
So contract signing with the Shield and Evolution that exploded, which was pretty crazy. And then there's the what else happened? Cena comes out and no. Cena tries to save Jerry Lawler.
Yeah.
From Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, the show is in Tennessee, so Jerry Lawler was going to get involved somehow. The show kicked off with Brad Maddox getting fired as Raw GM. What was your favorite moment as Raw GM for Brad Maddox? Because I didn't even know he was still the GM at this point.
I thought he was doing a good job.
He was flying under the radar, dude. He was the guy who came into his cubicle and sat in it and just played on Facebook the whole time and tried not to get noticed.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the last meaningful thing Brad Maddox did as GM? I can't think of one. I really can't.
The guy some credit. He wore good suits.
He did. He looked good in a suit. He's a good-looking son of a gun. But other than that, yeah, he got so Triple H pops him in the face. Kane chokeslams him. Kane tombstones him, and then the fallen Brad Maddox, Stephanie utters the famous words, "You're fired." So Brad Maddox gets the boot from Raw GM.
Was he really like a prominent character anyway?
He was when he first took over as GM, because he was always getting beat down by Vicky, so it was kind of cool to see him rise up and get the GM slot. But since then, he really hasn't. Yeah, he doesn't really. And you don't.
He was a part of the whole Ryback time in history. The Ryback challenge.
The fake ref. Yeah. Yeah, what is it? I don't know, maybe he'll come back as an announcer, or I don't know what. He's held many hats already, Brad Maddox. So
I don't know. I think he's got a personality.
Yeah, I think he's got a personality. He's got a little quirkiness on the mic. He could do something with that. Yeah, I hope he gets a shot in the ring, because I'm sure that's why he was originally hired.
Well, he tried to wrestle,
and he got dominated by Ryback.
That's very true. The Ryback. That was when he was Pink Eye.
He's Pink Eye Ryback.
So gross. So gross. Who wants Pink Eye before they get in the ring?
Curtis Axel. Well, anyway, so
Goodness.
next on Raw, Cesaro with Heyman versus RVD. Bad News Barrett came out and interrupted because he was doing guest commentary. He said everyone's gonna look fat for the summer. Everyone's gonna bust out their swimsuits, and be happy at summer, but then you realize you gained a few pounds in spring and winter. So that was his bad news. And basically, this match is pretty good. RVD showed some life in there. Wasn't eating the chili cheese fries. He was showed some life. He was moving around nimble.
Well, that's an actual comparison to past performances of RVD.
Dude, did you see TNA RVD, dude? He just did not care, man. He was just like sitting in the back eating chili cheese fries, watching Cheech and Chong DVDs, like not giving a rat's ass about what TNA had for him creatively.
Oh man, dude, he was cool in TNA, dude. I watched him.
I did watch him too, man, but he was like he just moved in like he moved in slow motion. Like he like I don't know, dude. It was just like in the WWF or WWE and ECW, he was like a Ferrari, but then the TNA version, you got like the big wheel, power wheel version of RVD. He just was like he just is like going at such a snail's pace. But
the wacky action bike.
the super wacky action bike RVD version of RVD on TNA. But anyway, so Bad News Bear eventually distracts RVD. Cesaro wins off a bridging German suplex for the win. So sets up more of the Bad News Bear and RVD feud for Sunday. Then Sheamus comes out for no reason and just beats up Cesaro after the match and hits him with a bro kick. But that'll come into play later in the episode of Raw.
Interesting.
Yeah, next up after that, Summer Rae versus Eva Marie. Do you know who Eva Marie is?
That's the red-haired chick, right?
There she is. She is on Total Divas.
She's on Total. You got it right on the head.
You had she could either be a brunette, a blonde, or a redhead. You had a 1 in 3 chance.
She has like fire engine redhead.
Yeah, totally crazy redhead. She's a youngin. Yeah, she's Eve. They call her Evebot on CageSideSeats.com because she talks like a robot and she wrestles like a robot, and not in a good way. Anywho, so Evebot, yeah, Evebot like 4.0 or something. Everyone piles on CageSideSeats.com every time there's an Eve Marie post.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. All right, so Eve and
Summer Rae, they're
that's right. That was fun.
Oh man, really.
That was his dance partner.
Yeah, now it's Layla.
All right.
So Layla and Summer Rae are feuding on Twitter. Fandango dumped Summer Rae on Twitter. And then on Total Divas, for all our Total Divas fans out there, me and my wife Krista watch it every week. Summer Rae and Eva Marie formed a tag team on Total Divas, but Summer Rae tried to train Eva Marie, and she said, "I can't train you. You suck. So I'm not teaming up with you anymore." It's basically in some other words. And then they did a tag team match, and then Summer Rae didn't tag Eva Marie the whole match and something. So it was totally awkward. So I guess that was the seeds for this little matchup in here, but Summer Rae won. Eva Marie won because Fandango and Layla came out on the apron and distracted Summer Rae.
Every time I've seen Summer Rae wrestle, I don't know what I'm watching.
Is that like a good like mysterious way? Like, oh, she has potential, or I don't know if her heart's into this.
I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's interesting. Like I don't know. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's got the look. She's a good dancer.
Indeed.
She used to be a quarterback or a wide receiver in the Lingerie Football League.
Really?
Yeah. So have you ever seen any clips of the Lingerie Football League? It's pretty horrible. It's like girls in lingerie, but they wear like helmets and like shoulder pads.
What the hell?
It's pretty horrible. But I guess she was in that before WWE, so she's an athlete. Yeah, somewhat, I guess. But all right, that's your Summer Rae history lesson.
So there's potential. So this match could be good. We're expecting it to be good.
It could be feud, yeah. It could be a good feud. Eva Marie didn't botch the roll up, so the roll up's like the most like powerful move in the Divas division. It's like It's like, so I don't know. It's like a jackhammer combined with a diamond cutter combined with a Stone Cold Stunner.
Super kick!
Combined with.
Super kick!
This episode brought to you by SUPERKICK.
Super kick! I love that chant, dude. That is such a super kick! It's such a devastating move. If you get hit with a super kick, you're freaking dead. You're dead. You die.
I gotta remind you about something. Okay. When we talk about ROH later in the show, I gotta remind you about a video up online about super kicks.
But basically the roll up is the super kick.
The Divas, yeah, God. It's just that powerful. The roll up. It's just, the Divas have not. They've like looked, scouted, and like done like hours in the film room looking at tape how to counter the roll up, and they've not discovered a cure for it yet. It's like polio before they came out with like the polio vaccine. Anywho.
Oh goodness! You know what? But hey, it's getting better. That's the thing. That's what I'm excited for. Divas, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, they got 2 matches on Raw last Summit, so they're getting some storylines. So and that's a step in the right direction. You're 100% correct.
A push.
We need that. I do need some sound effects in this episode.
Push button. Take it to the top.
Next up, the Rhodes brothers storm into Triple H's office and demand a match at Batista and Orton. So we get that later on in the Raw. So
Rhodes Bros versus Ortons.
Yeah, Rhodes Bros versus Batista Dad and the Viper. And Batista Dad's not really Batista Dad anymore. He's gotten into shape now, I think, and he's growing out his beard.
Ooh,
so I don't know, man.
He could be transforming into something new.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's our first gimmick change. He could be
first gimmick repackaging.
Oh man, Batista Dad, you're kind of impressing us now.
It's kind of depressed. It's like losing your the first girl you kissed, the first gimmick you made. So El Trio versus.
Oh wait.
What were you gonna say?
So the Rhodes Bros just out of nowhere want to battle with Batista Dad and Orton?
Yeah, it sounds like they come back. I think something happened on SmackDown. So I don't know.
And what's this like potential breakup?
It's been like teased forever, but like I don't like. Cody was acting like an asshole every time he lost. Like he'd get pinned or something and blame it on Goldust, even though Goldust was like eating popcorn in the corner and not really doing anything. He's like always like blame Goldust for everything. Like every time they lost, he was like he'd just be acting like a dick to Goldust. But then they stopped doing that like 2 weeks ago. So it keeps starting and stopping. And first I was against it, but now I think I want it. Just as long as it comes like maybe at SummerSlam or something. As long as they get like maybe something will happen at Money in the Bank or something where they argue over the briefcase or something, and then they get set them up for Money in the Bank.
What if something happens on Superstars?
What if something happens on Legends House or Slam City? The Rhodes Brothers.
Oh gosh. Oh man, a Slam City episode of the Rhodes Bros breaking up would be pretty crazy.
That would be great, man. That'd be such a twist. That'd be really pop a good rating for Slam City. Be great. So next up, El Trio versus Drew McIntyre. So a Tiny Bull versus Drew McIntyre, and Tiny Bull won. Drew McIntyre. Yes. Drew McIntyre went for a suplex, and he's like, no, F this. I'm gonna go for a superplex on this bull. So he goes up to the top rope, and he goes for a superplex on a 3-foot tall bull, El Torito. But then Los Matadors saves them, luckily. So El Torito knocks Drew McIntyre off the turnbuckle, and he pins him. So it looked like a botched move. It looked like Drew McIntyre was supposed to hit his legs on the ropes or bonk his head on the turnbuckle. But he kind of whiffed on everything, and he just kind of flopped for the pin. It's kind of sad, dude. Not only are you losing to El Torito, but you kind of botched the finish, two guy.
Oh, McIntyre.
Yeah, what happened to that dude? So after the match,
he needs to be recruited a roadie.
The road dog. Excuse me, should be the next road dog.
No, he should just be a roadie. He's a roadie for 3MB if he can't pull his weight.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he
can't be in the band.
I don't know. Heath Slater's the lead singer. I assume he plays guitar too. So what is McIntyre the bass player? What's like was he like the guitar player? What's like the lowest man on the triangle player? What's the lowest man on the band? You're in a band. What's the lowest man on the totem pole?
Lowest man on the totem pole is the.
As far as the instruments go. Are we still on?
Just not even showing up, I guess.
It just
I don't know, man, because there really is no low man. There's just no man.
Come on, dude. It's like if you're forming a band and you get stuck with like the guitar or triangle, I mean, or bongos, like the other men don't respect you, right? They don't respect your music ability. You're kind of like
be the best damn bongo player in the planet, though.
True. I don't think Drew McIntyre is the best bongo player on the planet.
Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo, okay. That's a scary didgeridoo impression, man. I felt like we were in Australia for a second there.
I was at a jam session with my buddies in Marcoluna one day, and we were just hanging out, playing bongos, playing acoustic guitar, and Aaron busts out a didgeridoo.
What the hell?
And it came out of left field, dude. I swear, it was one of the wildest moments ever.
Isn't those things like big? Aren't they kind of like long or like bigger than a flute, right? Or trumpet?
Dude, they're big, man. It's just like a big long tube, but the way that you breathe into it, it almost feels like you're gonna puke inside of it. You're gonna like blow cookies in that thing.
It takes a lot of energy, I guess. You have to be good shape.
It's like you barf into it, and then it makes that resonating sound in the tube, and then and it makes it's beautiful music.
So Titus O'Neil shouldn't play the didgeridoo?
Oh my god! Oh gosh, no! Oh, gross! He puked in his hat, dude. He puked on Zeb Coulter.
Ugh. I don't think JBL's been wearing a hat ever since then, actually. I think he's just been scarred since then.
I can't do it. I just can't do it anymore.
You ruined hats for me.
You took this away from me.
Maybe that'll be a feud down the road. So after the match, L3MB beat up El Torito, and they took his tail off his bull suit. Yeah, so that's like crossing the line, man. That's like, I don't know. That's like punching your mom or something. I don't know. I don't know. A horrible analogy. Like kicking your dog or something. But
or just straight up jacking a tail from somebody.
It's like jacking a tail off of a little mini bull.
There you go. This is mine.
So that sets up for Payback very, very nicely on the pre-show match. Next up, the Wyatt family. The Wyatts came out, do a crazy speech on everything about John Cena, and
that's when they try to do the Abbey Road or the Abbey Road.
Downtown Abbey?
Sister Abigail.
Sister Abigail. The Downtown Abbey on what is that? That could be
and crumpets.
Oh man, yeah, they tried to do the Sister Abigail and Jerry Lawler.
Oh man, yeah, that's when he tries to hit Sister Abigail on Jerry Lawler, and then the American Soldier, SUPERKICK, John Cena comes out.
What if John Cena did a super kick on? Would that freak out? Was that like when CM Punk and John Cena did the power driver and everyone freaked out? If John Cena did a super kick, would everyone freak out? Think so?
He would have to stretch in ways that like I've never seen John stretch.
That's what would be crazy. That would be awesome.
But that's how we do it. It would just be out of nowhere and have to be on something huge like Big Show, like a Great Khali or something.
Or on Luke Harper. Luke Harper's pretty tall.
There we go.
There you go. But before they got Jerry in the ring, they let JBL try to interfere, actually. So JBL, I guess, had enough of the Wyatt family, but he gets laid out by Harper and Rowan. And, Jerry hits the ring. Cena tries to come down, make the save. Botches the super kick. We didn't even try to do it. But so he's getting beat up. So then the Usos come out. And they take out everyone. They clear the ring out, and Bray Wyatt's just laughing. He doesn't care. John Cena gets on the mic and says, he basically says that the power has gone to Wyatt's head, and he's gone too far, and that he had a lot of potential when he first arrived on the scene. He was a cool guy with great mic skills, but the power's gone to his head since people started singing along to music and the whole world's in his hand, all that stuff. And then Bray Wyatt screams, "I'm a god." Interrupts Cena's promo, and Cena's just like speechless for a second. And then he quotes Abraham Lincoln. He says, "The true test of a man's heart is like when he gets power." I'm just paraphrasing. It's nothing like that. Like like a true character of a man once he reacts to power, once it's given to him. It's a famous quote that I totally botched right there, but Google it basically. So he says that and says Payback's a bitch, and then I'll see him at Payback on Sunday.
And that's a last man standing match, right?
It is, yeah. Last man standing. We predict that like a couple weeks ago? We said they should do that maybe like a month ago. We said that.
I think we may have. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah. I think we said go back in the archives and check that out. Zack Ryder was on Raw this Memorial Day.
My main man. What's he doing? What's he up to? Is he winning?
So Zack Ryder comes out with a big American flag because it's Memorial Day, and he starts to talk. He says, "Today is Memorial Day in the United States," and then Lana's music hits. Lana and Alexander Rusev come out, and I am guessing you can guess what happened next.
You just get stomped, a mud hole stomped in him?
Yep. Big kick, slam, ground and pound. There's a USA chant in the Knoxville, Tennessee arena. But Lana tells Rusev to crush, and he gets him the accolade for the win, a modified camel clutch. And Ryder taps out rather quickly, and Rusev doesn't let go of the hold. So Big E comes out and makes a save, lays out Rusev, and picks up the American flag and starts waving it around. So that starts that feud, I guess, or continues that feud, I think.
Those are two huge dudes.
Two huge dudes who can go like really fast, like guys who are like heavyweights, but they move like lightweights, like with speed. So that could be a really fun match. That could be like a little underrated match. You forget it's on the card, but then you turn it on, and you're like, oh man, that kind of stole the show a little bit.
Dang. What else do we got on Raw? Because we got to take a break here pretty soon.
We cover the contract signing. Orton Batista. Let's go to quick notes. Orton Batista beat the Rhodes Brothers. Just dominate them. They knock out Cody, and then they change the stipulation to make it a 2-on-1 hardcore match between Goldust and Orton and Batista. So Cody has forced to go to the back, and Goldust gets beat down, and that's pretty much that. Bo Dallas versus Sin Cara, a rematch from SmackDown. Bo Dallas wins again. The Steph versus Daniel Bryan thing we can get into later. Stipulation. There's a lot of stuff. Jeez, it's a busy Raw. But I think we covered most of it. But we can catch a
quick break, and then when we get back, we'll just continue on. I just want to touch base on the ROH thing because that was incredible.
Yeah, some ROH stuff when we come back. Some WWE Payback predictions and picks when we come back too, and we'll touch on the last few parts of Raw too as well.
Cool. All right, be right back. Thanks for listening to the Bros Before Elbows podcast. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Just search Bros Before, 4, Elbows. We would love to keep the conversation going with wrestling, so send us your thoughts and feedback. Email us at brosbefore, 4, Elbows, @gmail.com. Welcome back to the Bros Before Elbows podcast. We don't want to leave you hanging on the Raw episode, so we're going to jump right back in to the wackiness that is Raw.
It was a packed Raw, man. It was a Memorial Day, so I think they pulled out all the big guns because people were coming home from barbecues or maybe they're just hanging out, tired from swimming in the pool, something like that. But it was a pretty good Raw. So next up, Bo Dallas versus Sin Cara. Bo Dallas, his character is a douchebag version of John Cena, mix of Tim Tebow. Motivational speaker is how I best could describe it. So he's talking to his opponent, saying, good job. After he beats you, he shakes hands with you. And he runs around and gives high fives to everyone in the front row. He gets on the mic after he wins. He says, you don't get satisfaction from victory. You get it from effort. All you have to do is believe. And he smiles with that stupid grin that Bo Dallas has, and that punchable face he has. and he just gives everyone a thumbs up. And the crowd doesn't really know how to react because it's not NXT. In NXT, if you watch some of those old episodes, or anytime Bo Dallas is on NXT, they boo him with a passion and they love chanting at him. But it's only a second or third appearance on the main roster, so I think the fans are still kind of gauging what the hell to make of this guy. But I dig it. I think it could be really funny if he does it right.
NXT can be a brutal crowd.
Yeah, they're pretty. I think the way it works is like you buy like season tickets or something, and you like go to like. This is like you buy season tickets to like a baseball season or like a basketball, and like they do tapings and they do like I think they do them like 2 or 3 at a time, and so it's like the same crowd basically because they've got season ticket holders and
it's like a TNA audience,
except they give a damn about the product. TNA, except they're actually paying to get in, so I think that kind of helps. And then it's at a university. It's at Full Sail University, which is in Florida, and I guess it's like an audiovisual, like TV.
That's a really big recording school.
Yeah, there you go. See if you heard of it. Yes, that's where they record. That's where they do all the NXTs at. So, so I think some of the students like are in the crowd too. So,
interesting.
Yeah, it's a good mix, dude. It'd definitely be cool if we were in Florida. Go check that out. That'd be fun to see what that's like. But yeah, it's a cool crowd. So Bo Dallas was a hit down there. He was the longest reigning NXT champion of all time. He beat Big E for the title, and he ran with the belt for I think 200 something days. So they love him down in NXT. So I think that they probably have high expectations for him on Raw. So so far so good. I think he could be a good heel. So let's see what they do with him next, I guess. Next up, Stephanie McMahon comes out and says it's time for Daniel Bryan to do the right thing, which is forfeit his belts and give him up and let Stephanie and the Authority have it. Daniel Bryan says no thank you, and says Bryan says this isn't about him, it's all about Stephanie because he beat Triple H at WrestleMania and then won the title. So if he hands the titles over, it loses its meaning and it's a disservice to the fans. So yeah. So Stephanie's getting really pissed off. She's getting mad. So Steph says that forces to I'm reading from KitchenSeats.com, their live blog. Check them out every Monday night. Steph says that the forces her to bring up Brie putting her hands on Stephanie a couple weeks ago. I guess Brie slapped Stephanie a couple weeks back. She gives Bryan one more chance to do the right thing. At Payback, he can surrender the titles, or she will take action against Brie. So either Brie's fired, or Daniel Bryan gives the titles at Payback.
Wasn't there a period where she was slapping around Daniel Bryan?
That was AJ Lee. Maybe, but I think there was a before he got with AJ Lee on screen. They were with the Bellas, where he was like fighting with the Bellas, or he didn't know which twin was which, or something like that. But that was before I was really watching it full time again, so I kind of missed out on that storyline. But yeah, I think that was AJ Lee. I don't know, maybe it was a Bella, but they're married in real life, so they just got married on Total Divas season finale coming up this Sunday. Ooh. On E. So it's a super wedding episode, so totally geeked about weddings. So yeah, so it should be good. Next up, Alicia Fox versus Emma. Alicia Fox getting the title shot on Sunday, but she loses on Monday Night Raw somehow. Emma with the upset. I'm trying to read how she lost, but it seems like after the win, after she loses, Fox snaps on everyone in the crowd. She starts ringing the bell. She takes the bell from the timekeeper. She slaps the timekeeper. She's taunting fans. She gives a wedgie to one of the cameramen. She starts slapping herself in the face. And then she takes some sodas from under the ring and threatens to open them up in the announcing team's face. But she didn't. I wish she did. I wish she sprayed Jerry Lawler and Cole. That'd been awesome. Says she cracks them open and tosses them at a fan. Before pouring them all over herself. So she went stone cold off Steve Austin with the sodas.
That's freaking rad, dude.
So
he'll see this.
So yeah, so check it out on YouTube. Check it out on WWE.com. They posted the video. So Alicia Fox is snapped because she was really mad she lost to Emma. So that sets up nicely for Sunday, where Alicia Fox challenges for Paige. Either she's gonna win and freak out, or she's gonna lose and freak out. So should be good either way.
Interesting. A real twist.
Yeah, it's a real twist.
Twist. Crazy.
Got to touch on Damian Sandow. Since they were in Tennessee, he came out as Davy Crockett.
Nice.
That's Davy Crockett out, King of the Wild Frontier. But then he lost to Adam Rose in the with his Exotic Express. So I guess they're set up an Adam Rose versus Jack Swagger feud. Adam Rose comes to the ring with an entourage of like 12 or 15 people that like escort him to the ring, and they're all dancing to his music and stuff. And I guess Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter captured one of the Adam Rose's entourage, and so I guess that's the feud for that.
Adam Rose. I gotta look this guy up real quick.
Yeah, look him up. Look it up on Wikipedia or something or WWE.com. But basically, his character is just think of Russell Brand and Saving Sarah Marshall, or Russell Brand and Get Him to the Greek. He's just that Englishman, kind of like rock star kind of dude. Who's kind of like oblivious to the world. He's I guess he's a face, but I don't know. He's kind of a douchebag, so I don't know. But so that's him, and he comes to the ring. He's got cool theme music. He's got an entourage of a guy with like a bunny costume, like people dressed up all weird. He basically looks like a guy from like a rave or something.
Okay.
But that's his whole deal, is having a big crew coming to the ring, doing stage dives off the apron into his the crew catches him, and that's his whole gimmick right now. So we'll see where that goes.
Oh, I gotta check this out. Cool. Yeah, I'm on WWE.com right now, so.
Yeah, it's pretty. I'm kind of like iffy. I'm like, one day I like it, one day I don't like it. His moves are kind of like nothing special, but it could be cool. He's feuding with Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter, so I think that's like the perfect people to start out feud with, because those guys are so like serious and straight faced. Have Adam Rose feud with him because he's kind of a goofball. So we'll see where that goes.
Now I'm really intrigued. I gotta check this out.
I put you on to Adam Rose. Okay. Next up, Sheamus versus Alberto Del Rio for like the 1 millionth time
Oh my
in
gosh, we
existence.
always see this match.
I know it wasn't a very good match. People were chanting for CM Punk.
Oh.
People weren't really paying attention to it, but basically what happens is well, Sheamus wins with a bro kick, and afterwards Cesaro and Paul Heyman come out and beat down Sheamus and hit him with the neutralizer. So that sets up for that feud on Sunday. So Sheamus interfered with Cesaro's match. Cesaro interfered with Sheamus's match. So I guess that's their beef.
Huh.
You still checking out Adam Rose tape?
Yeah, man, this guy looks cool.
He's supposed to be like a rock star party guy. Yeah, I mean, it has some potential. I don't know if the crowd's gonna be dig it or not, but it could be the next Fandango. It could be the next Santino. I just don't know like how far he can go with it, but it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy. And then
Yeah.
what's after the Alberto match then?
This is the contract signing. Do you see all of that, or would you see this basically turn into a brawl?
Yeah, I basically saw where Triple H was like, "Nah, this isn't worth fighting these guys," and then he gets back into the ring, and then all hell breaks loose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much.
And then freaking Roman Reigns gets powerbombed through a table.
Yeah, triple power bomb. Yeah,
That's crazy. That's man, that's wild. This beef is getting pretty intense.
yeah. It's be good. It's should be a good match. An elimination match. It's like a street fight too, so it should be like a lot of weapons and stuff with that. Which kind of leads us to our WWE Payback match card preview and predictions.
Yeah.
So let's make those Stone Cold locks picks. First up, Alexander Rusev versus Big E. I'll go first. I think Alexander Rusev. I think they're putting a lot of money in him and a lot of investing a lot of time with him, and they're building him to be a big monster. And I don't think he's going to lose his first pay-per-view match. But it sucks that he has to go over Big E because I thought Big E has a lot of potential too. So
No, I'm going against you on this one.
okay,
I'm saying Big E, dude, because they've been giving a push to Rusev. Like, why just make it that simple? Why just make it that simple where this guy is like coming up? You have to have someone look strong against him, and that's Big E. If you're gonna put big guy versus big guy, Make it where Big E wins at the pay-per-view. You can't just give it to Rusev.
Yeah, because I guess I don't really know where you go after that with that. But
he's a formidable opponent, though. That's the good thing. That's what's cool about that match. Two big powerhouses.
Yeah, two super powerhouses. So it should be good. It's a good opener. The next up, Adam Rose versus Jack Swagger. Still learning a lot about Adam Rose. Don't know what he can do in the ring, and Jack Swagger's Jack Swagger. So who do you pick in this one? I guess
Adam Rose. I just found out about this guy. Why not? And I don't like Jack Swagger, so I would not put my eggs in any basket of his.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah, I'm going with Adam Rose too. I agree. Yeah, pay-per-view debut. I think he wins. I don't know how he's gonna win. But we'll see. I guess I'm kind of looking forward to it because I want to see him work long in the ring. So hopefully he'll get 10, 15 minutes or 8 to 10 minutes in the ring to see what he can do in the ring against a guy like Jack Swagger, who's maybe a boat anchor, but he can wrestle good sometimes.
That's very Swagger.
Swagger and his many haircuts and his swaggerness.
What a goofball. Whatever.
Next up, the Usos versus the Wyatt family. I already made my pick. I think the Wyatt family is going to win this one. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, they've teamed together for a while now, and I think it's time for them to get a belt run. And the Usos had a good run too. They got the WrestleMania win.
Yeah, these guys sprung up, man. For a while, it was just kind of like the Usos, a bunch of jabronis or whatever. They were just kind of a filler. That was at the time when the tag team division was just Primo and Epico and the Usos.
that was literally it. You're not even exaggerating. That was literally it. It was just those two wrestling all the time.
That's so true. But now, like, the Usos have come up. They had the WrestleMania moment. They work extremely well. You know, they're doing something with John Cena, so that must say something.
Yeah.
But so are the Wyatts, though. So definitely, dude, my money's on the Wyatts for sure on this match.
All right, got two votes for the Wyatt family. Next up, well, this is like a blood feud right here. We'll go down the greatest rivalries in history. El Torito versus Hornswoggle in a mask versus hair match. How do you break this one down, Ant?
I'm going to go Hornswoggle.
Oh, what? They're going to unmask Torito? Oh, God, that'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be so awesome. I'll go with El Torito, man, just because he does so many cool flips, and he could do like a Hurricane Rana and a Shooting Star Press, and he just bounces everywhere. And Hornswoggle is really just a brawler. He's that Fit Finley, Sheamus. He doesn't really go high flying, so I'll go El Torito, and Hornswoggle gets his head shaved on Sunday. Oh man. Such a good match. Next up, Paige versus Alicia Fox. Paige's second title defense. She defended against Tamina Extreme Rules. Now Alicia Fox is a new challenger. So does Paige go over or Alicia Fox? Man, I think it's really going to be a good match. But I think they're going to keep the belt on Paige. I think they see a lot of potential in her. Put a lot of momentum in her, but I don't think the feud ends. I think Alicia Fox can come back at Money in the Bank or the next pay-per-view and maybe have another matchup with Paige. But at Sunday, I think Paige wins.
I'm gonna say the same. I've liked the matches that I've seen Paige in, and I was kind of hard on him too. You know, like watching her wrestle because all of a sudden, you know, she beats AJ Lee. So I'm just
out of nowhere.
What the heck? But the matches that I've seen her in, I'm like, yeah, cool. This is entertaining. I can get behind this. This is cool. So I would say the same thing. They keep the belt on her, but at least now they have a little bit more flexibility with some of the other folks on the roster.
True, very true. Next up, Sheamus versus Cesaro, dude. Big hosses, big dudes. It's a good U.S. title match. This is like a old school U.S. title match, like a WCW U.S. title match, like Booker T versus DDP or something, or Raven versus I don't know. I'm losing someone. Raven versus someone. Chris Benoit. That was one of those on Lodi. Oh my god.
Sick boy.
Are you just naming people from WCW versus NWO Revenge, the video game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aki Man.
Aki Man. One unknown.
Oh man, good times. So. Man, this is a tough one, man. This is another one I could see going either way. But I think I'm gonna go with you. You alluded to this earlier, but I think I'm gonna go with Cesaro, man. Cesaro and Paul Heyman, they get a belt on them. Cesaro returns to the U.S. title championship. He gets it again, and Sheamus moves on to something, and Cesaro gets around with the belt. But I think this could be a really good match because I haven't seen Cesaro with Sheamus too many times, so I'm curious to see how they work together in the ring.
It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a real good fight. But I can see it going in the direction of Cesaro.
Well, there you go.
And I see it because putting the belt on him would be good because he's already been the U.S. champ.
Mm-hmm.
So you put the belt on him twice. That's cool. So you've seen the progression of a guy that's had it before, becomes something bigger, and then wins it again. Plus, again, if Sheamus wants to continue feuding with Cesaro, again, that's going to give kind of that prestige and kind of that attention to that title.
Yeah, it actually gets a real feud for it.
Because if not, if Cesaro winds up losing, well, then it's just like, oh, well, that sucks. What was the point of like making him a Paul Heyman guy? What was the point of trying to build him like to be really big if you're just gonna have him job to freaking Sheamus, you know?
Yeah. Next up, we got Bad News Barrett versus Rob Van Dam for the IC title. What do you think about this one? And not much to this feud. Just RVD. You won the beat the clock challenge on Raw a couple weeks ago. And Bad News Barrett returned, and he won the IC title off Big E about a month ago.
I'm gonna say either man.
Really?
Either man.
Okay.
Either man.
Man, I think this is all Bad News Barrett here, man. They're building something for him, hopefully. And I think a win over RVD would be another check mark on his chalkboard. So
I have a feeling that's the direction it's gonna go in.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know. They could put the title on RVD and then again make him an opponent that's like a hard opponent to get that belt from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe RVD winds up winning and then Barrett like proves that he is the better man. He gets it the night after. He gets it on his rematch.
Oh, there you go.
Before he's done that with Kofi.
Hey, where is Kofi?
That's a great question. Kofi.
Has anyone asked that? Okay.
Kofi?
Next up, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. I think this is part 3 now, part 3 or 4. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt, or a last man standing match. So who's gonna knock the other dude out, basically?
Bray Wyatt, man, the ultimate mind screw.
How is he gonna cheat though? How is he gonna not? How's John Cena getting knocked out for 10 seconds? How's that gonna happen?
Wyatt's gonna wear him down. Or what's gonna wind up happening is John Cena's gonna get like hypnotized or something. He's gonna snap and stop and not do anything for 10 seconds, and that's how he's gonna win.
Ooh, hey man, that'd be kind of cool. Actually, that's a good twist. That's a good turn. I'm gonna go with John Cena. I think this feud has run its course. It's had its ups, it's had its downs. But the thing they've done well has been like really done well. Like their highs have been better than their lows, I think. Despite everyone's complaining about it because it's gone on a long time, but I see the positive in this. I think they've done a lot of good things with it, and it's really helped Bray Wyatt. Not coming out of his shell, but he just rose to another level.
That's very true.
Yeah, and he's rose to the occasion. Like WWE probably gave him a challenge, like, hey, make this John Cena feud work, make it believable, and I think he did in every way. I think he passed with flying colors. So, but I think this is probably the last fight in the feud, and John Cena's probably gonna win. And just being John Cena, John Cena-ness. But yeah, so but I dig it. I'm curious what wrinkle they're gonna do because I think they have good chemistry in the ring together. So, and then the main event. The Shield versus Evolution in a no-holds-barred elimination match. So I guess we're going to see five
of the Shield.
No, really, that would come out of left field, man. That would come out of nowhere. I think the Shield's going to win this one, though. Batista, Orton, Triple H. I don't know if they're going to any dissension, but I just think it's the Shield's time to shine, man. It's been 10 years since Evolution, like it was the original Carnation. So it's the Shield's, the new Young Bucks, the new kids on the block. So I think they're gonna take it. But I like it that because it's like an elimination match. So it could be like the first if a Batista goes out first, then it's gonna be 3-on-2 for the Shield, or if Ambrose goes out first, and it's gonna be 3-on-2 versus Rollins and Reigns. So that's gonna be some cool dynamics right there until they get down to the final person. So I'm excited about that match. I think they're gonna do awesome. And the Extreme Rules match was awesome. Watched that 2 or 3 times on the network, and so I'm excited about this one on Sunday. Who do you think's gonna win, Shield or Evolution?
I'm saying Shield.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Shield because you're right. You have a lot of valid points. They're the Young Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
They've been holding it strong, man. They have been holding it strong. And Evolution to me, like, I'm just not like a huge. I don't know. I guess there's a little bit of a transition myself too, because normally like you would root for the veterans. You know, you'd be like, oh man, I've seen Triple H and everything, and oh man, I've seen Batista dad before, and oh man, Orton. But now I kind of look at that faction and go, I don't know. You had your time.
Yeah, your time is
entertained by like the younger dudes.
Yeah. It's time to step aside and let the younger guys take the reins a little bit more. Yeah, I agree. But it should be an awesome match, I think. So either way, it's pretty hype.
Too that like having the WWE Network, one you get it, so you can watch it anytime.
Yeah.
But you can also go back and rewatch them over and over and over. I can't say that I've really done that with any pay-per-view. Where it's like, oh man, I got the pay-per-view, I'm just going to watch it again. It's like, no. But this is like immediately right there,
Yeah, it's cool because it could be on your phone, it could be on your TV,
Exactly.
It could be on your laptop or desktop, and yeah, so it's super convenient, dude. So if you're just like waiting in line somewhere, just pop on the WWE Network, or if you're just like doing mass transit or whatever, you can watch it there. It's so cool. It's so convenient, yeah. Especially if you don't get to watch something live, it's so easy to catch up on it, super quick. So. One more payback prediction. Daniel Bryan's decision. Will he forfeit the belts or will Brie get fired? What's your prediction? Or is there gonna be some kind of third twist?
Some type of option C.
Good old the mystery box option.
The mystery box. Double A. Freaking inventor of the option C. A double.
Oh, Austin Aries. I was like, oh, okay. So you're saying Austin Aries is gonna come out?
That'd be sick. Nowhere.
You and the
Sabu comes out of nowhere. Oh my god.
He's so old.
God.
Joey Styles gets on the mic.
That'd be crazy. I don't know, man. I think Daniel Bryan. He did make mention before that, he's like, hey, my career is like separate. He said something along those lines of like, Brie is her own person. I don't have to battle for her. She knows what I'm here for. She knows what I'm here for the belt. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My thing, I think Brie was gonna jump on the sword for Daniel. Liz recently got married a couple months ago. I think she's gonna say, hey, this has been your lifelong dream to win the titles. You've climbed that mountain, and I'm not gonna let anyone take it away from you. So, Steph, say the famous catchphrase, just fire me. And I think she's kind of. She hits her with a super kick. Oh my god! Oh, that would a twist. Yeah, Stephanie McMahon. Instead of saying you're fired, she super kicks Brie Bella into the unemployment line. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, yeah.
Straight to hell, dude.
So Kane comes out from under the ring and takes Brie as well down to hell. What twists and turns this pay-per-view will have? So many good twists and turns.
Freaking booking this.
He's writing in letters and probably sending them to WWE offices to saying this. I don't know. He's probably just writing letters to them and just mail bombing them with just ideas that they don't give a damn about.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
You know what else is crazy? Ring of Honor. We both got to catch up on that a little bit. A couple weeks ago, War of the Worlds, Ring of Honor versus New Japan. Bunch of New Japan guys came over to New York City, and then New Japan Ring of Honor held a joint card on a Saturday night, Hammerstein Ballroom, New York City, and it was pretty cool, man. It's the first ROH pay-per-view I ever watched, so I was pretty stoked watching it.
Man, the production on that was incredible. That
You
was
thought it was
good.
good? You thought it was good? Did Liz see it and make fun of it?
No, she didn't watch it with me. No, but having seen having seen like some of the older ROH pay-per-views, more recently like the Final Battle, 2012, Final Battle 2013, and some of the more recent stuff. This really was excellent.
They stepped everything up.
They stepped everything up, man. It was really cool. It was cool because with the New Japan, they have the kind of breaking that wall down of having each other's belts. You know what I mean? It's like you have the IGWP or their main New Japan Wrestling champ, which is AJ Styles. But they also have Adam Cole, who's the ROH champion. So it's cool that they both have like their belts there. That they have their guys like defending it, kind of this cross promotion. Plus, you get to see all the cool moves and all the different styles of like all these other wrestlers together. So there was a lot happening that was really, really cool and like really fun to be, to see or even be a part of for that matter.
Yeah, it was super cool. My favorite match on the card was the tag team. I think it was for the ROH title because the Young Bucks had the ROH titles and they had like the New Japan like tag title or something. I think.
That is correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was correct. So they're carrying around 4 belts, just freaking sweet. The Young Bucks are awesome. It was Young Bucks versus the Red Dragons. I think it's Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly make up the Red Dragons. And it was just a really cool style matchup. The Young Bucks like super flashy with awesome kicks, and the Red Dragons more of like MMA submission style and like all balls to the wall, like very physical style. So it was a super good contrast. My 2 favorite spots from that matchup. Go check out that matchup, no matter if you're gonna check out one from the show. Is Kyle O'Reilly running off the apron and going for a flying knee onto one of the Young Bucks, and I think it was Matt Jackson catches them with a super kick in mid. And cue Steve Carino on the mic, is nailing him a super kick in midair and just flatline Kyle O'Reilly. It was so awesome. I don't think the camera even caught it like fast enough, but you just knew what happened and you could just like picture what happened, and that was sweet. And then another move, the Red Dragons were in the ring, and I think Kyle O'Reilly was like standing, and like the Young Bucks like handed Bobby Fish to Kyle O'Reilly
in a tombstone
setup, and like because they were both dazed from like super kicks, and so they're kind of dazed. So Kyle O'Reilly's like hanging on to his buddy, and like they kick out the legs from Kyle O'Reilly, so he tombstones Bobby Fish, and so he tombstones his own partner, and then he drops his partner off, and then he gets double kicked in the head too.
A double super kick to the face. So they're both out. When I saw that, I rewound it and I was like, "What the hell?
How just happened?
Did he get there? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh, and I thought that was it, and it kept going. There's still more wackiness to that match, but that setup was. I wrote it down in my notes. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like the tombstone setup, kicked out the legs. Oh
God, that was sweet, dude. Just like I don't know, like with the brainchild of coming up with that is just like amazing to even think about that. It was so sweet, and they pulled it off like, bam, 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 like it was just
O'Reilly in that match was a madman, dude. He came out with the aggressive save, and that he's the one that took the multiple super kicks. He got kicked out 5 or 6 times, dude.
The super kicks. That's like the theme of the. I think it's gonna be the name of the episode. Yeah, in all caps. You gotta check out a Young Bucks video. I think it's like on their Twitter or on YouTube or something. I think it's on their YouTube channel. A fan in Japan asked them to super kick him. They paid him. They paid the Young Bucks money. Just like a dude. He's like, I'm your biggest fan. Can you super kick me? And they're like, really? Like he's like, you don't want an autograph? We're like, no. But can you please super kick me? And they super kick like this Japanese teenager, dude. It's just like so funny. It's just so good. Go find out. I'm gonna find it and put it on our Facebook page. But if not, then just go find that. It's so funny. Such a
fan. I'm making a note of that. That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, YouTube that. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
That was a big.
Amazing, but the pay-per-view overall, like things that I noticed. My favorite chants.
Okay.
A lot of crazy chants. One of them was FTNA.
Yes.
FTNA.
when AJ Styles first came
when he
out.
first came out. Another one was when Kevin Steen was talking about his match afterward, and this guy basically says "F you," and then he says "F me," and then basically gets the entire crowd to turn against this one fan chanting "asshole" and pointing and heckling the dude that originally heckled Kevin Steen. So I was like, oh my gosh, that is Hammerstein Ballroom for you folks. That is the good old Hammerstein.
And you think if you watch that chant, I think the guy gets up from his seat and like goes gets popcorn or something. He like as the crowd's like chanting, or he goes to the bathroom. Yeah, you have to go rewind it. I think there's some guy who gets up. I don't know if it's the same guy, but it was funny. I remember that part. That was good. That was a good chant.
And then of course my favorite chant was super kick. They were chanting super kick during the match, during the Young Bucks match, because they love super kicks.
Oh, but they do a good one, man. Like both of those dudes, both brothers, man. The Jackson brothers. So good, man. So
Dude,
good. Their super kicks.
Incredible match. We highly encourage. Bros Before Elbows gives the wax stamp of approval to watch War of the Worlds, because it is absolutely bonkers. There's another one too. There's Global Wars, but War of the Worlds is the one that we watched.
Yeah, Global Wars like it was just like a mixed bag. I think it was ROH people wrestling ROH people, and or New Japan people wrestling New Japan people. It was on the same card, but they didn't like cross streams or anything. But
got it.
so that was the week before War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds was on the freaking the 18th, and I think the other Global War was like on the 11th or something. But yeah, they did back-to-back weeks.
Interesting.
So,
the other
yeah.
matches were good too. The Steen match was good. The AJ Styles match was good. But really, the one that took the cake on that card, especially, was that tag match. Dude, Bobby Fish is a baller, dude. I've like getting back into ROH and stuff and having watched it. Like that guy I really liked ever since I saw him. And he's only been pinned like a few times. That's kind of a cool thing. Is like for a while it was like nobody's pinned this dude.
Yeah, I don't even know where he came from. I was into ROH, and then I kind of fell out of it, and then I come back. I think I'm trying to get back into it a little bit more after that pay-per-view for sure. So, yeah, I was totally impressed with Bobby Fish. Kyle O'Reilly, I remember he used to run with, I thought he used to run with Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards. I thought they had like a little trio going when I was watching ROH, but not there. Those guys are in the TNA. I guess he's found a nice little niche with Bobby Fish. It was a really cool tag team, the Red Dragons. So. Sweet, man. Their tag division stacked, dude. Red Dragons, Young Bucks, Briscoes, anyone else you want to throw up on there. It's just ROH. They do the tag division justice for sure.
Well, what's cool is they have a lot of double team moves. Double team moves, and they're really smooth. That's the cool thing. Like that's why I'm such a mark for RVD. Like back in his day, not his nacho eating days, but it's like fighting Jerry Lynn and Sabu days, because it was smooth, and you get that out of this tag division with these guys. As you see, like, man, I've seen like some of the most acrobatic things with like a partnership of two dudes, man, and it's incredible to watch. It's so entertaining. It's so high energy. So like, you just see some nutty banana stuff.
Yeah, it just really like makes you like love tag wrestling, and it's like wow, like why they do that and why. The tag team champion should be like super prestigious. Like back in the day, like in the 80s, when there was only like 3 belts, like it was like the world champ, and then like the tag champs were like the other big like guns on the roster basically, because there was only like 3 belts. There's only 3 titles to chase back in the day. So back in the day, yeah, tag division was super like meaningful, and it's kind of fallen in and out pro wrestling. But when it's good and when it's on fire, there's nothing like it. And I love it. And ROH. It's got some guys who do awesome moves, so it's definitely worth checking out if you get a chance.
If this is a spark for their company, like, then that's freaking awesome. I think there really is like a good potential at this point, like a good forward momentum.
Yeah, I think I heard a rumor or something that their ROH, since WWE is not doing like pay-per-views on like TV as much. The ROH pay-per-views, you can get them on like on DirecTV or Dish Network or something. The next one's gonna be on that, so that's a big step for them, being able to be on that. And I don't know if you can get on cable or Comcast or like Cox Communications yet, but I think that's a rumor. I don't know. I'll have to look more into it, but I thought I heard a rumor or something like that. So that's a big step for them. That'll help them grow, and hopefully, man, I'd love to see if they come on to the West Coast or something. But I thought it'd be cool.
That would be. Oh rad. That'd be totally rad. Who knows,
Yeah.
man? But if it does, then hey, we were here to experience kind of the beginning of it. We should go over the question of the day and then wrap this show up.
Yeah, we're doing great on time, so let's put a bow on this present that is Bros Before Elbows episode 16.0. Question of the day, flight or flop, 6 months from now. The three latest NXT call-ups to the WWE main roster, Bo Dallas, Adam Rose, and Alexander Rusev. Who's going to get the biggest push 6 months from now, and who's going to be like the biggest flop? Who's going to be not really on TV? Who's going to get relegated to Slam City and Superstars and Total Divas appearances?
I'm changing my answer.
You changed your answer? Wow. Okay. Yeah, you gave a different answer before the show, and I don't know if you answered before during the on live, but yeah, you gave a different.
I got a weird feeling. Here's my feeling. Adam Rose is gonna skyrocket. Bo Dallas is gonna get. He's gonna get pushed down the ladder.
Oh my God!
No one's gonna know how to react to him. No one's gonna know how to deal with him. How to handle him. How to work with him.
Mm-hmm. He's not the best wrestler. He's good on the mic. He's got his character down, but yeah, I mean, I think that'd be the upset, man. You're going with Adam Rose.
I'm going with Adam Rose, dude. Because he's gimmicky, man. He's gimmicky. Mm-hmm. He's like Fandango, you know. Like, hopefully, he doesn't have the same, hot and cold. But you know, as a gimmick goes, he's a gimmick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they invest a lot of money. He's got his own like tour bus. They call it the Exotic Express. That's where he has like all his like 15 partiers, like 12 to 15, a dozen to 15 guys or guys and gals who come out to the ring with him and like dance him to the ring and help him do his stage dive and stuff. So I mean, they're putting a lot of that into him.
That's awesome. I gotta check this guy out, man.
Yeah, they got some good teasers on WWE.com and YouTube. For sure, to get more into the Adam Rose, the mystery that is Adam Rose. Yeah, so I'm going Bo Dallas. I'm 100%. I think you can tell when we're doing the Raw recap that I think he's going to get over. I think he's going to be the heel that people want to see get his ass kicked, basically. Just because he's so douchey, so smarky. That so I think he's going to get over, hopefully. If they book him in the right feuds with some good baby faces, the baby faces you want to see him get beat up. I think that could work, and I think Rusev. I wasn't really going to go to Adam Rose, but you kind of turn the tables on him. So I think Rusev, because there's only so many places you can go. He's kind of boxed in. He's that big Russian killing machine, but eventually, I mean, he's going to run into a babyface. It might even be Big E on Sunday who's going to be able to beat him. And then once he gets beat the first time, like, what do you do after that? It's kind of like the Ryback syndrome. Like, once he got beat, what do we do with him now? Or even Tensai. I always call him like the Russian Tensai, but I think he's better than He's better than Tensai. He's got a good, nice look. He's a better wrestler probably, but jokingly call him the Russian Tensai. But he could end up like that because Tensai, remember, he's beating John Cena one week on Raw, then next week he loses, and then they don't know what to do with him after that. So once he loses, I'm just curious what the WWE is going to do with him because I don't think he's going to win for the next 6 months, that's for sure. So a good question. So something everyone should think about. Answer it. You want to tweet at us if you want to answer it, or you want to hit us up on our Facebook page, you can answer it too as well.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts, fellow elbow droppers. Why not?
Yeah, do it, man.
Hey, why not? Why not? Heck yeah. Crazy, man. This was a power-packed episode.
Yeah, a lot of big menu.
Man, well, let's see what happens after Sunday, but we've got our predictions out there. Hey, give us your predictions too. Jump up on the Twitter. Just again, post stuff on the Facebook page. Let us know what you're thinking. That'd be fun.
Yeah, comment on our YouTube video. Comment on if we're posting on we post every episode on CageSideSeats.com too. Hit us up on the comments there too as well, and we'll talk back to you there too as well. We won't talk back to. We'll embrace you with our words.
Exactly. Until next time, elbow droppers. Super kick.
Super kick your friend into an elbow drop into an awesome tag team move.